Hi and welcome to Edit the Darkroom on Adorama TV. I'm here in the fabulous cafe restaurant surroundings of Lily's Bordello, and joining me on the show today is food photographer Rob Kerkvliet. He's hopefully going to be sharing some great trade secrets and how he makes food look so delicious.
Adorama TV presents Out of the Darkroom with Ruth Medjber.
Rob, thanks for joining me and coming on my show. So you're a master at making food look good. How did you start? Were you into all sorts of photography and then slowly narrowed down when you went to have a career, or?
Like, I used to work in the greenhouse and all that.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's where the interest came from, and I just love to play with the light. You know, that's the
Yeah.
main thing that attracts me to it, really.
I mean, because I guess food photography has really taken off, but I think on an amateur level in the past few years because of Instagram. Have you noticed that as well, that the demand for like high class food photography has gone up?
Like, I don't know what it was like before I came here, but there's enough demand here anyway.
There's enough demand to get you
like
going.
That's one of the reasons we moved here, because it's so exciting here, really.
Yeah.
Like, everything is artisan, everything is
It's
small, local.
Yeah, I suppose
like,
that makes a
compared
difference
to
for
Holland
food.
anyway. Like, it's a lot of.
It's a small market for it. Tell us a bit about the company that you've set up. It's called The Fox in the Kitchen, and it's a duo team, isn't it?
Yeah, it's with my girlfriend, really.
Yeah. So you handle the photography.
Yeah, and she does the styling base, so the food styling and prop styling. I control the light and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And a food stylist makes the food look appetizing, really.
Okay.
You know, and if a client wants something specific, like a drizzle of something,
yeah,
they'll put it on there.
The food stylist does the drizzling and the spritzing and that kind of
Exactly,
stuff,
yeah.
and tidying it around. So would you have an art director who's telling the food stylist what to do? And
Most of the time there is an art director, yeah.
Quite a big production team goes into taking a photo of food.
Yeah, they're usually, 4 or 5 people usually.
4 or 5 people.
And that's what I like. It's just the nice part of it, really.
What lighting do you favour when you're taking food photography? Is there anything you favour, or do you just use everything that's available?
I use really whatever I think suits the project best.
Oh, okay.
Like for cookbooks, you tend to go more with natural light because
Do you?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then for advertising,
Yeah.
it tends to be flash usually.
Because I'm looking at your shots, and they have their own style. You definitely have your own style of photography, but the lighting is completely different all over. I just want to know how you make that call, just on the day.
Yeah, just the feeling you get, or the client just tells you.
I was told years and years ago to come in at like a 45-degree angle, and then I see some beautiful shots where they're head on. The camera is on top.
Yeah.
Do you have any rules like that? What would you prefer?
It really depends on the dish, really. But
Does it? Yeah.
I think the overhead kind of shots
Yeah.
are popular now, really. You see
Are
them a
they?
lot.
It's
I
like
guess,
trendy, is it?
I guess because of Instagram and all that, it's very easy just to have your phone over it. And
Your studio shoot wouldn't be like my studio shoots, where I have models everywhere and I've big area. You're working within probably about like 2 foot by 2 foot space, so you probably have to be very slight in your adjustments.
yeah, like it's all just the small, really small details. Like it's always about details, but now it's really about small details. Yeah.
Is the food edible after a shoot, or has it been like poked and prodded? And I heard one time that fast food restaurants don't use ketchup in their photographs. They use like red paint because it looks better. Do you do anything like that?
No,
like it's all food.
Most of it is anyway. Yeah, like it could be undercooked.
Okay, to make it look a little bit.
Yeah,
nicer.
a bit more.
Okay.
You know, have the colour a bit more poppy or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, but for advertising, sometimes
would you?
there is like, especially things like ice cream, because it just melts.
Okay.
You know, that's usually made out of fat.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's arranged as well, like you have the strawberry ice cream and the chocolate or whatever,
Yeah.
and it all looks the same.
Yeah.
Except from the small change, you know.
If I was coming at this as an amateur or an early starter photographer, and I want to start taking really good pictures of what I'm making, would you have any tips? Like what gear would you recommend, or you know, anything that you could tell someone who's just starting out?
I guess the first thing you need to get is a tripod. Like, no matter if you're flashing or using natural light, you want to have.
You want to be steady.
Yeah, because things are so tiny. Like, you could be saying to the stylist, like, "Oh, move that just a millimeter," like, or you know, if I move the camera, then it's not the same. Yeah.
And what about you? What do you shoot on? Like, is there any particular lens that you swear by or anything like that?
Well, my favourite lens would be the 24-70. Like if I have to shoot the chefs, and especially in like one of those Michelin star restaurants where everything's fast.
Oh, they won't give you the time of day.
You're always
just like, I only have like
you're always in their
seconds.
way, and you know you don't have time changing lenses.
Yeah,
really.
and it's fast as well. They're 2.8, because I noticed that in your shots a lot, that you play with the depth of field quite a lot. You always seem to shoot around 2.8, is that right? And everything is kind of nice and blurry in background. Is that something that a lot of food photographers would do, or, you know?
No, that's just...
It's just a style.
Yeah, just so that the food pops more to you, really, you know. Otherwise it's just distracting.
Okay, too much in the background will get us off. We're not looking at the food. One of the things I wanted to ask you, is there any food that you hate photographing?
Would probably be risotto.
Risotto?
Yeah.
Oh, because it's just...
Risotto goes weird really fast.
Does
like
it?
It kind of goes dry within
a few seconds.
Yeah, you have to be really fast. Yeah, it's just really hard to take a good photo.
So I won't be approaching you to photograph my cookbook of risotto recipes.
Probably not, no.
Rob, listen, thanks so much for joining me. I learned a lot about food photography, so hopefully my Instagram account now over lunchtime is going to get fantastic treatment.
Sure, it will be.
Thanks a million. Cheers.
Thanks.
Well, that's it for this episode of Out of the Darkroom. If you have any comments, make sure to leave them below. I do read them and I really appreciate the feedback. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the Adorama YouTube channel, where we're going to post lots more great videos. And if you'd like to brush up on your own photography skills, visit the Adorama Learning Centre, where you're going to find lots of tutorials, workshops and reviews. Thanks, and I'll see you again soon.
Do you want great looking prints at low cost? Be sure to visit our easy-to-use online printing service. Adorama Pix has professionals who treat your images with the utmost care that you can count on. For a quick turnaround on photos, cards, or albums, use adoramapix.com.